Hello, today on Stick and Stuff we're going to be making one of these lovely sensory bottles. There. Now I've already shaken this one up. As you can see, there are like lots of little balls floating around inside. We've got the glitter. So I'm going to pop it there and I'm going to tell you what you need and how to do it. So you'll need an empty plastic bottle with a lid. Now this one's not so big, but it's just right, and this is a nice size. So empty plastic bottle with the lid, and preferably with a larger opening because it's easier to drop things in then. I'm going to pop that there. You can get a selection of coloured glitter. If you want to colour the water, I've used some gel food colouring here. And just a couple of drops in the water just to help. And I've already coloured some water just to show you. Now inside this one, I decided to use these. Now this is where the grown-ups need to do a lot of the work, most of the work. Now these little balls you can get from various places. They're good for crafts. And what happens is when water's added to these, they grow. And they look like that. But that's why it's very important that for this particular part of the make today, the grown-up looks after that part. You can tell them how many you want to put in and what colours, but it's really the grown-up's job to sort this bit out. So I put them in about 20 minutes ago. Some of them I did a few days ago, so the bigger ones have been there a couple of days, and the smaller ones were put in about 20 minutes ago, and as you can see, they've already grown. So I'm going to put them straight into my bottle. Oops. Now in there you'll need to add some glittery glue. If you've not got glitter glue, glitter paint also works. In fact, I think this is glitter paint, and you just put a squirt of that in. Now if you want to add coloured glitter, you can. So with the help of your grown-up, they're going to help you do that. You've put some coloured glittery glue in there. You can put some sprinklings of coloured glitter in. I've already added a little bit to the water. And you need a jug or something. And you need to put some clear glue in the bottom. Just a small amount, just probably to about here. Clear glue, warm water, and maybe your glitter if you want. Now because I've already got that ready, I'm going to start pouring in there. Now the glue, the reason for using the glue is it helps to thicken up the water so that the things inside will float around. I'm just going to shake that about. Oops. I've got a star floating around in there, and I've also got some stars to put in. You can see everything's moving around in there. Now you don't want to put too many of the balls in here, and I might have done, because they're not all full size yet. So the thing is, when these grow, they'll take up a lot of the room in here. So you still want them to be able to move, so I might need to take a few out. So I'm going to pour everything back in there. Oops, there we go. Some of those balls have popped out. That's it. Fill it back up. Remember, grown-ups, you need to do this part. Try to keep a few of those in there. You can save them and make a separate one. You can make as many as you want. Do that. Now, I've also found these. I picked them up at a craft shop. Now, I'm not sure if you can see what they are, but I'm going to bring them closer to the camera so you can have a good look. So inside here, we've got some beautiful little stars. Now, they'll work perfectly. So we'll put a few of the pink ones in. Just drop them in. Put the lid back on. Just be careful. Always make sure you put the lids back on. And a sprinkling of the silver ones. Ooh, not coming out. There you go. Don't know if you can see in there. There they are. Now they're just floating on top at the moment, but hopefully when we shake everything up they'll move around. And I think we'll put, what colour could we use? So we've got blue water. We've not got any blue ones, but we've got some purple ones. So if we put a little sprinkling of those in. That's it. So we can have something floating around in there. I'm going to put that lid on and we're going to give it a shake. Now hopefully everything doesn't just go straight to the bottom. And if it does, that's because it needs a bit more glue in it. I'm going to add a little bit of this warmish water, not too hot, but the warm helps to melt the glue. There. Now the bubbles on top, often when you've got glitter in water like this, you need to put just a tiny drop of washing up liquid in here because it helps to separate the glitter. I'm just going to pour this water away. Just some of it, I'm trying to get the froth out of the top. So if you've got some kitchen towel, you can just get that froth out of the top of your bottle with that. Just let it soak in. You don't want a load of froth around it. There, so we've taken away the frothy top. Just going to give a little bit of this clear glue to help with the float effect. Give it a shake. So put your lid on first, whatever you do. That's it. Give it a shake. As you can see, everything's floating round inside. Now I think that it might be a bit too floaty. So we still need a little bit more glue. This can seem to be the tricky bit. It can seem to take ages to get it right, but it will work. Now you can pick this glue up from the works. It's not too expensive, but it's always good to use a clear glue for this rather than the white glue. I'm going to put that lid on, and the warm water, as I said, helps the glue sort of, I'd say sort of melt really, so that it blends in with the water. Now as you can see, everything in there is floating round. Oh, and it's just going at the right pace. It's not all dropping straight to the bottom, it's floating round in there, staying up. I'll give it another shake. We might need a tiny bit more glitter in here because I don't know if you, oh no, there's lots. There, we've got those little stars moving round inside there too. We'll take that froth from the top like we did before. Oops, just a bit more. Ooh, you can probably hear my cat is running round. Just a little bit more glue. There we go. So I'm just putting the lid on now. I'm going to give it a final shake. Hopefully everything's blended in. I'm going to let you have a look at that as it's all coming down there. You can see the stars falling down inside. There, floating round. So now you need to decorate. So just make sure your bottle's dry because you're going to be using some tape. If you've got, I suggest if you've got a very strong glue, you put a layer of glue around it. I'll just open it up. around the inside of here, so that when you fasten it tight, it'll glue it together and it won't move about. It won't come off, basically. That's what I'm trying to say. So we don't want it coming off, we want it secure. Especially with those little jelly balls inside it. You don't want that coming off and anyone putting them in their mouths, because we wouldn't want that to happen. It's dangerous. And that's why the grown-up has to be in charge. Here we go. So I'm just going to put some tape on here. So I'm going to bring that down each side. I've got some scissors here. Job for the grown-up. See, you can enjoy this when it's done. The grown-up's done lots of work on this one today, so you should tell them that they've done really well. I say, well done, grown-up. This is really good. And bring this down here. Cut that. Just doing this because in a moment I'm going to put it round so that it's well and truly stuck. There. So we're going to start from the bottom. And what you need to do is put it around, start around here. But just so it's touching the bottom of the lid. Because we're going to go around a couple of times. And then we're going to work our way up. That's it, to make sure it sticks. There. Back down. You don't want to go too far down, but you just want to make it look nice and neat. And make sure that it's well and truly stuck on. There, that's definitely stuck on. Got everything floating up and down inside there. I'm going to show you the clear one. Maybe to start with, I'd leave the water clear. And then you can see what's inside. So you can put sequins, you could put very light beads inside, because if they're heavy, they'll just drop to the bottom, even with the floaty solution. There, we've got all the glitter coming down. Ooh, that's amazing. So I hope you've enjoyed making this today. And once again, I'm just going to say the adult the grown-up definitely needs to be in charge of this one, because there's, a lot of glitter and glue and messy bits. But you could make this for your small person and as a gift, or you could, like I say, you can get them to help you. You can all do this together, because they can pick the colours to go inside and the different things to put in there. You don't necessarily need to use these jelly balls. I just thought it'd be a nice way to show you what you can do with them and how effective they are. But beads, sequins and glitter are more than enough. So thank you for joining me, and I hope to see you again soon. Bye!